text evidence. Can you prove your answer? Remember, it is important that we become detectives when we read, looking through every bit of evidence we can find. And it is absolutely necessary that we practice, practice, practice. So let's use Sailing to New Horizons number 7. The message conveyed by the photographs is that A. Students are engaged in learning on school boats. Or maybe it's B. Each school boat needs many workers to manage it. Perhaps it's C. The school boats float down the river to pick up students. Or it could be D. The school boats can be used in both sunny and rainy weather. What is our first step? We must analyze and understand the question. The message conveyed by the photographs is that, okay, well, first of all, what does conveyed mean? Shown, and this is a word you need to remember. The message shown by the photographs is that. And we need to pay close attention to the photographs. If we can't prove it in the pictures, the answer is wrong. Let's look at F. Students are engaged in learning on school boats. Okay, what does engaged mean? Well, if we don't know, we need to get our dictionary out. And we see engaged, involved in activity, to pledged to be married. Well, pledged to be married doesn't make sense because we're on school boats, but involved in activity makes sense. We are active in learning. We are involved in learning. We are busy. We are diligent in learning. I don't know the assiduous, so I'm going to skip it. We are working on learning. So all of those help us, and I'm going to choose one of those words. I'm going to choose active. Students are active in learning on school boats. And now that I have figured out what engaged means, I can look to see if I have proof. I'm looking closely and I do see that children are reading, and so they are active in learning. And I see on the other side children are active in learning. They're not playing around. They're not doing anything else. They are actually learning. So far that's looking pretty good. Let's look at our second picture and see if we can find some more proof. Are the children active in learning? Are they reading? Are they working? And I see this young girl reading carefully, and I see this young student reading carefully. So far this is looking really good, and even in the back I see these students all reading carefully, being active in learning on school boats. So I am liking A more and more, but I'm not done. I gotta make sure that the other ones aren't better than A. So I'm gonna put a question mark, and then I'm gonna go to B. Each school boat needs many workers to manage it. So what am I thinking about when I'm thinking about B? I'm thinking about many workers. And I'm looking very carefully to see, are there many workers? Well, I see one. Okay, but only one is not many. So far, no good. Let's look at the second pictures. Many workers to manage it. I'm looking, and again, I'm only seeing one, not many. And so I'm not liking B at all. I can go ahead and mark it out, and then I can look at C. The school boats float down the river to pick up students. Okay, again, I'm going to look very carefully at my pictures, and I'm going to see, do I see the boats floating? And do I see the boats picking up students? If I don't see both of those, I can't choose C. Now remember, the article told us this, but do the pictures show us this? So I'm looking carefully, and I do see the boat floating, but I do not see any children being picked up. In fact, they're already on the boat. So let's see if it's in the second picture. I don't even really see the boats floating. I can assume it's floating, but how would I know without seeing it? And picking up students? No, they're already on the boat. So this one's tricky, but it can't possibly be the right answer. And so I'm going to mark off C, and I'm going to test D. The school boats can be used in both sunny and rainy weather. What am I looking at? I'm looking at sunny and rainy. And if it does not have both sunny and rainy in the pictures, guess what? It's wrong. So what do we see in this picture? Yeah, I see it too. I see the sun. But I'm looking and I don't see any rain. So far, no good, but I've got to check the next picture because it might be raining in the next picture. And I'm looking closely and I really can't tell, but I think it's sunny. And I definitely cannot see any rain in this picture. And so since I don't have proof in either one of the pictures, I can immediately mark off D. And now I know my right answer is A. So I'm going to circle A, and I'm going to rejoice that I have used text evidence to find the right answer. Way to go, guys.